The president further wished Mr. Alan Kyerematen well in his future endeavors. For some, the resignation of Alan Kyerematen is a big blow to the Akufo-Addo administration considering his strategic role in government. He supervised the establishment of over 100 factories under the ambitious One District, One Factory initiative and the key roles he played in getting the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area to Ghana. But speaking to Citi News, Deputy Director of Communications at the Jubilee House, Jefferson Saki, says the departure of Alan Kyerematen will not be a worry to the government. He says the president is focused on delivering on his mandate.
The president is pretty much aware that, the times in which we are in, you do your calculation, you realize that election time is approaching. Obviously, all ministers and, government officials who've expressed interest in contesting, in the primaryship of the presidency within the party would at one point or the other, take bow, of everything out of government. And so, he's actually been working quite clearly. He's been working, and so obviously I will tell you that the president is very calm on it. Obviously we are expecting a lot of such resignations to follow, obviously for those ministers and government officials who have this particular interest in contesting in the primaryship of the new. Alan Kyerematen has served government so well, being a trades minister in the very first administration of the Akufo-Addo government, finishing a first term and also taking the same appointment in the second term. The many other, interventions in terms of government policies that he led. I'm talking about, One District, One Factory and all those things. It comes to all of us as, proud people in government, knowing that this government has been a collective government where each and every minister has been very, very, effective in one way or the other. The most important thing is that, yes, the men are there. In his absence, the president thinks it's also very wise to bring in the finance minister to be a caretaker minister, while, he sits, behind his desk and find out who would, represent him at the appropriate time in that particular ministry.
Meanwhile, Mr. Alan Kyerematen says he will, in the coming days, address Ghanaians on his political future. In a Facebook post, Mr. Alan Kyerematen thanked Ghanaians and his colleagues